Yeah, I think we play, what, 6 games? 7 plus what? 7
No,
plus...
7 plus 5, yeah.
Yeah.
And in case we need a decider game, I came up with the idea to have
Okay, whatever.
like an Armageddon
Whatever.
where Nicola will like drop into the call when we don't expect it and say, okay, now you switch hand and
Marsh,
brain.
you're not in live on chess.com because it says impossible to follow you.
No, I think I was, but maybe I did not refresh it for a while.
Okay, Maria is live now.
Uh-huh, now it's good.
Okay, so you sent the
I sent the
invitation
invite,
for...
yeah.
Okay.
All right. So who is going to be the hand and who is going to be the brain first?
But we'll be alternate. Ah, you mean first? I don't know. we haven't discussed that.
Okay.
So maybe we can start. Maria and I are the hands and you guys are the brains.
Okay. Okay, as you wish.
Maria, how do you feel about
Yeah,
that?
sure. So we are the hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
More fun.
Okay.
Just testing my audio because apparently there's an echo. Test.
So I'm sorry, I missed. Who is the hand? Alex?
Yes.
Maria, yes. Would be...
Okay. So I'll follow photo chess. Okay.
So Nicola, do you think it'd be okay if we give one more overview of how the format is going to work, where the commentary is going to be, just so that everybody who's watching knows?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
Can we go live so we can like do?
Yeah, we did not go live yet.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
So we can do like a summary for everyone.
Yeah, let's do that.
Not
let's
to repeat
that.
it 4
Let's
times.
do that.
Can you accept the you accepted, right? So I can start. Good, good. I know you haven't. Alexandra and Anna, the squad invites.
I'm looking at it. I accepted.
Good. And only Anna.
Okay. I'm ready to go live when you guys are ready.
Okay, let me know.
Okay, I can start now. Is Anna Muzychuck ready to go live?
Up to Anna.
Maria?
Anna, we cannot hear you here yet. I'm not sure if you're talking to us or not. In Zoom, we can.
I think she's anyway online, or she never went offline, right?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I think our audio device is not supporting 2 apps at once.
But I will check if she's online.
Okay.
No, she's not live.
Huh.
I'll unmute myself here. I'm not live. I stopped my stream, but I don't see the squad.
But you should be streaming to see the squad invitation. Yeah.
Now I understand.
We learn. We live, we learn. Okay.
Anna, your mic is also a little bit quiet.
Oh, it was actually very loud for me.
Oh.
What should I do?
Okay, well, no worries. Then I'll just turn her up on Discord when we're talking there.
Yeah, probably it's... Okay, I mean, just let me know when we can all go live and we'll go live.
Okay, we're ready.
I should mute myself on Discord?
Yes, for the moment.
But then
But then
you don't hear me. But then I should admit.
I mean, you can, since only one of your mic is working, I think you can leave it on in Discord so we can hear you. I think it's fine if you leave it on, if we cannot hear you in Zoom.
All right.
Okay, I think we can now go.
I think we can go live.
Good. Okay, let's go. We go? 1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
Okay. Good luck, everyone. Okay.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
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 Everyone is live and everyone is quiet.
Yes, yes.
Are we all live now?
Yeah, I
Yes,
think so.
We're just waiting for Anna to come live. Hi, guys.
Hello,
All
everyone.
right.
We had so many of us, we could not decide who starts talking.
It's going to be tricky. There are so many of us, 6 of us. So, but 4 of us will start playing soon. It means less talking, more moving the pieces, and hopefully the commentators
and
will
breathing techniques.
Yes.
That's the most
yeah.
important.
Exhale, inhale, yeah.
And
That's what we've been working for the last week. With
And
Maria.
for 8 hours yesterday together with Alexandra.
Oh,
with Alex.
that is so cool.
Before we start playing chess, first, I'm very happy to say that here we have Grandmaster Alexandra Kostenuik, who is a women's world champion and the first chess 1960 women's world champion. She actually beat the commentator Elizabeth Paehtz in the final.
Ooh.
We have
Wow. Wow.
Shots fired.
we have Grandmaster Anna Muzychuck, who was women's world blitz champion twice and women's world rapid champion. We also have WFM Alexandra Botez, who doesn't need any introduction, who is a Twitch royalty, and she's also a 5 times Canadian girls champion. She represented Canada at Chess Olympiads many times.
Thank you, Nicola.
No, Alexandra, you deserve that and much more. And thank you for agreeing to appear here. That was very kind and very sweet of you. Thank you. We have WFM Maria Emelianova, whose most recent success was a bronze medal in the 2020 Kaplan British Online Women's Blitz Championship. Those 4 are playing. Basically, we have a match between hand and brain match between Alexandra Kostenuik and Maria Emelianova versus Anna Muzychuck and Alexandra Botez. Basically, I'm going to call this Sasha and Masha versus Anna and Alex. Co-commentator with me is International Master Elizabeth Paehtz, who doesn't need an introduction, who is the world's junior girls champion, who was the strongest German player since the age of 14. She was also 3rd in World Rapid Chess Championship, and she was also a European champion. And finally, as another commentator, you have me, who have only ever been a champion of myself. So I'm very honored to be in this illustrious company, and I'm very much looking forward to this match. And that's the big trolling speech that I had to give.
I think we also can introduce Nicola here. Nicola, who undoubtedly is the reason of so many people joining to stream on Twitch.
Anna, come back. Come back, please.
Come back. Nicola supported so many of us when we just started streaming, helped organizing so many events. I personally have to say I would not have become not only the bronze medalist of the British Online Blitz Championship, I probably would not have even participated because I was just totally scared to even try, because I was absent from professional chess for 15 years. I did not have a coach. I did not have any belief in myself, and Nicola did give it to me together with Open Field Media, who sponsored me for entire way. And yeah, I cannot be more grateful to Nicola for everything he's done for us, for all of us.
Well, Thank you, Maria. That's very greatly appreciated. Very frankly, as if you put exclamation mark Nicola command in my chat, you will see the I am still retired from Twitch, but I couldn't resist to coming back to co-commentate this match with my coach and friend, International Master Paehtz. It's my first time honored to be here. So this is not about me. This is about great chess and basically 5 lady champions. This is, let me put it this way, if Pro Chess League ever decides to go back to the old and successful format of having rating-based system, I think this would be a winning Pro Chess League team if that ever happens. So this is, I'm very excited to be here. Anyway, Maria, do you mind summarizing what the format is and everything else so we can...
Yeah, so basically we are going to play 6 games with time format 7 minutes plus 5 seconds increment. We will be alternating on the hand and the brain jobs, but the weaker participants of the team will always have the same job. So either me and Alex are always the hand, or both of us are the brains. We just did not decide who starts with white or black, but I think that can be random.
But we'll be alternating, right? So some of us, we're starting with being hands and brains, and then the next game it's vice versa, right? It's
and
whoever.
I think we also alternate the color, or we might do first the color. Maybe Nicola can decide that for us.
Okay.
Nicola, who do you think should have a white in the first round?
I think the best thing to do is to call Google and flip a coin.
Okay.
I can do that if you guys ladies want.
Sounds good.
All right. So who wants to call?
Is it going to be heads or tails, or
Heads
one or
and
two?
tails. And actually,
all right,
we'll
Anna, Muzychuck, what are you feeling?
Let me do this on my stream. All
All
right. So I'm gonna flip again. Who is calling?
Heads.
All right. It's tails. Sorry, Alexandra.
I also always pick head. I just cannot understand how one can pick a tail.
I
like to
comment it.
I should have.
Right.
By the way, Alex and Alexandra, your opponents practiced a lot. They had more than one stream where they practiced playing hand and brain. They also had some very interesting visitors.
Top secret.
Why?
Okay, fine. I'm not, but they had roosters as visitors.
Yes, we prepared some roosters.
Yes, so
rooster moves.
Hey, Lila, it's very good to see you. Thank you for joining the stream. All right. So, ready to go? So, first, it's the hands are the hands are Maria and Alex, right?
Okay. So, Anna and I are going to be brains. Okay, so you're not gonna I'm not gonna mute myself here. If you wish, you can mute myself. It's up to you. But I won't be able to listen to Nicole and Elizabeth when playing.
You're infinitely stronger than either me or Elizabeth. Don't tell Elizabeth. So
it's just.
I heard
no.
it.
So if I don't, if you're trying to say something to me, just probably the chat, just send the text message. Okay. So I say I go to. Okay.
By the way, during the games, our viewers, of the players' viewers, will not be able to hear the commentary. But if you want to hear the commentary, you can listen to it on Nicola's channel.
No, my viewers will be able to listen to comments.
Okay. Thank you, Hedgehog, for gifting a sub. Oh, Ellen, thank
Anyway,
you
as
so
long
much
as the
for
match progresses,
raid.
I think it's fine. As long as we play chess, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it okay then if everyone is muted on Zoom so that on certain streams you can either add people or not depending on what you're doing? Because otherwise I will have audio from Discord and Zoom. Because I can't mute
you can
Zoom.
mute Zoom.
But you can
can
leave
mute Zoom.
You can leave audio completely on Zoom.
Um,
We're
Thank you for the
mute,
raid.
and second from
So
the
much.
bottom, leave computer
Ellen,
audio,
that's very greatly
and I
appreciated.
just won't
Hey,
bother you
Zapper.
at all.
Well, I'm not really back. I just came to. This
Okay.
is one-time appearance for this
And then you can
for
rejoin
a
in one
great
button.
match.
okay, makes sense. Thank you, Maria. Got it.
Okay,
Okay.
girls. Good luck.
Good luck.
It's chess queen? Ah, you mean
Alex,
no.
Alex.
Okay.
Thank you, Botez. Greatly appreciated. Thanks. And thank you, Paehtz 3000. Okay.
Yep. Yep. And we are.
Okay. Okay. All right. We are waiting for the game.
Okay. Leaving audio here. Okay.
But can you still hear me, Nicola?
I can hear you, and
Yeah,
I
okay.
think you and I are only people right now, so I'm waiting for the game to start. I'm following photo chess, so if you follow the photo chess the same, we should be able to commentate.
Yes, I just did on chess.com, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Zepper. Thanks, 2511. All right, so we are.
So now, but they're already playing?
No, they are not. This is a different game. I'm monitoring all the streams, and they're not playing yet. This is on Botez Live. There is a different game. All right, guys, we are waiting. All right, so we have started.
Mm-hmm.
You see it, Lizzie?
You know, I see it. I mean, I see it on chess.com and I see it on your stream. Just I don't know how
Wonderful.
much delay it is from your stream to the chess.com server.
I can't tell you. I think chess.com should be immediate.
Yes, it's faster, but I haven't yet made a move.
Okay. All right. So.
And you should adjust your board probably because it just moved.
No.
If I'm not mistaken.
Sorry, guys. Okay, come on. Yep, thanks, Lizzie. Okay, very good. One little bit more, and okay.
So say started with d4.
All right, so okay. Something tells me that Maria is going to play London.
Well, I would like to say like it's not my fault, but I think I would be lying.
All right.
No, but it's actually not London. It's a Taurus system, which I told to her as well as a kind of defense against King's Indian.
Liz is very happy because this is a type of the openings that she really likes playing. So, if you can't tell. Hey, Davina, it's very good to see you, and thank you, Hedgehog, for all the gifted subs and everything else. That's very greatly appreciated.
So far, actually, nothing really is unusual here in the opening. Maybe Bishop E2 was a bit premature to chosen from, but still everything is very normal, let's say.
Yes, I agree. I actually played different variations of against London, so this is a little bit unusual for me, but...
Yes, because usually the London, like with Bishop F4, makes more sense if the pawn is on D5. With the pawn on D6, actually the Taurus system is more accurate because the Bishop on G5 is the better one because it can be attacked with E5. But C4 doesn't fit in the position because the knight should be on C3 in this case. But okay.
All right. You see, normally I prefer to play knight e4 and then c5 in this. So this is still normal position.
Yes, I mean, like maybe the advantage is that Anna Muzychuck and Alexandra, I think they both play either the King's Indian or the Greenfeld. If I'm not mistaken, for Alexandra, it's the King's Indian. For Anna, it's the Greenfeld. And for Alexandra, the difficulty is she's an entirely e4 player, actually.
Yeah.
So that might be a bit tricky.
Okay. All right, so who is the favorite?
That's actually very hard to say. I mean, probably by chess strength, I would say maybe slightly Anna and Alexandra are the favorites, but here comes a big but. By style, however, Masha and Sasha fit much better.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they're both dynamic players. That's why actually this match is very, very unclear. So I wouldn't take any bets. I think it's like a lottery, to be honest.
Agreed.
So this e5 actually, I mean, the setup by black is chosen wisely. I mean, the setup by white is not in the best possible outcome because now already e4 is a kind of threat. The knight should go to e1 where it's misplaced. So for this reason, actually, it makes more sense now to move the knight from d2 to give some square to the knight on f3. Another possibility, which is not untypical in the Taurus system, is just to play h3. So in case of e4, there's knight h2 actually to come. So the knight is not that bad on h2 as it is seeming to. If you made any predictions, like, because people asking in the chat, what would you say who is favorite here?
Well, I would put Alexandra and Anna at about being equal. The objectively, Alexandra Botez is stronger than Maria, but Masha and Sasha, Alexandra Kostenuik and Maria Emelianova have been practicing and preparing, which Anna and Alex haven't. So I think it's anybody's guess.
Yes, this is true, actually. Ooh, d takes e5 is usually not a move which you love to play because you give up the center and you give space advantage to black. So, I mean, like a move like d takes e5, usually you do for dynamic reasons, but you don't do for any other reasons. So that was, at least from the positional point of view, a slight mistake, but not a crucial one. Let's put it this way. But I was wondering what Alexandra actually, maybe she wanted to play h3 and she said pawn and Masha misunderstood. That could be the case.
Okay.
Hard to say. But you know, like now, for example, c5 might be already a threat by white. Because if you take with the knight, I might just go knight b3, and then I will have some huge dynamics. Besides, there's also knight takes c5. So c5 could be a move considered. The question is, however, like if like Masha will always understand what Sasha has in mind and vice versa. So hard to say.
Yeah. I think us not being able to hear their chat is putting us at a slight disadvantage. I'm going to see if we can fix that.
Pawn moves actually are here a bit misguiding.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I'm sure that Anna meant h6, but surely she didn't mean c5. So, I mean, like what probably like both professional chess players will learn after this hand and brain match is to be very, very cautious suggesting pawn moves, because they can really be misguiding, having at least 6 pawns on the board.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for me, the most fascinating part of this match is that everybody in the match is a fierce competitor. And I'm going to quote actually from Day's sub battle. One of the members of Anna's team basically said if we lose the game, she's going to track us down to Antarctica. And I fully believe that. So
Yes.
yeah, we can see in Anna's face.
Yeah.
What happened to
Yeah.
Alexandra?
She disappeared. Maybe she doesn't need to play anymore. I don't know.
Okay.
Just answering some positional questions to your chat about c5. I mean,
Thank
in
you.
general, like, guys, you know, like whenever you move a pawn, usually each pawn move is leaving a weakness behind. The question is just like, how bad is this weakness? Or like, can it be used or not? But in general, each pawn move gives up certain squares. And when you do pawn moves which give up central squares, usually in the most cases, it's not favorable, let's say, to do that. And yes, c5 actually is a bit sad because there was a nice square for the knight on c5 as well at some point. Maybe connected with a5, knight c5, and then some control on e4 for the future plan at least.
All right, guys. Basically, don't play c5 because that creates a big weak spot on d5, and also removes the c5 outpost from the black knight.
But okay, so far actually still black is better because black has more space, and this was because of the mistake of d takes e5, which was also a positional mistake. So like if you give up the center, like you clear the center, like moves like d takes e5, usually you do them because of winning material or having a specific tactical reason, but you don't do them for any other means because you just make your life harder or you give space advantage to your opponent.
Yeah, and honestly, this moving knight back and forth to d2,
she didn't mean that. She meant knight c3, I'm sure, because you need the square on d2 for the other knight, but Masha misunderstood.
Okay. All right.
I even actually, if you want, Nicola, I can tell you when someone misunderstood, even though I don't know what was the move, but I can tell you if this square was in the favor of the professional or not. But 92, I would tell you 100%ly, it was surely knight c3 what Alexandra meant, because now actually white does have a problem with a knight on f3. But still, it's not so clear because I can play bishop f4. And then maybe I can play knight e5. So it's not that bad at all. Maybe actually h6 was more clever, but maybe also like Alexandra misunderstood. Possible.
Yeah,
But bishop f4 is needed now. Otherwise, it's very
yeah.
bad.
Otherwise, that well. Okay.
But okay, I mean, like maybe Alexandra didn't risk. I mean, Sasha didn't risk, but I think like if you say like bishop, it's clear that there's nothing to risk because it's just one move or you lose. But okay.
Okay.
So, but okay, it's still like far from clear.
Thank you, Blitzrider. That's greatly appreciated. Okay.
So the queen goes, let's say, to c6, but the knight on e1 is a very sad piece. I mean, the first thing you should try to do is like to play now knight b1 and knight
Yep.
c3
Yes.
to gain for the d5 square, but I'm not
Yep.
sure if like Sasha would, they understood. Very good.
Interesting part of this is that in this positional maneuvering, I think Kostenuik and Emelianova are actually better.
Yes, when it's about tactics. Because the thing is, like Alexandra, I mean, Botez, I don't think that she cares much about maneuvering. She cares about the tactical part.
Yeah. Yeah. I played enough games against Alexandra Botez to know that.
Still, white is better now, in my opinion. At least, okay, maybe better is a huge word, but it's easier for white to play as a team. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, I would prefer to play white's position.
No tactics screaming. No, there's rook d2 is a forced move now. Sad but true. But this knight a4 I don't like. Probably like Alexandra, I mean, Sasha meant like knight d5, but I'm not sure.
Agreed.
How many games are they playing actually?
I think it's best of 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
We'll ask them.
Still now white. Okay, white has one sorrel child on e1, but otherwise the better control in the center. And now, of course, we see the drawback of a move like c5 as d5 square is kind of weak.
Does a4 make sense here?
a4, no, because anyway, knight e5 is coming, and then maybe I can even consider a move like b3.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's not like that we gain anything from a4. We just create a kind of pawn on a4, which is vulnerable. And the pressure on b5 is anyway, let's say, good as it is for now. I would try something like, you will be laughing, like g3, even though it's like misplacing my bishop, but I'm so upset about this knight and I don't see so much hope for it. But g3 also looks, of course, very anti-positional because the knight on e1 has to get out, but moving the queen to c1.
I think Anna's internet just died.
Yes, and she made a very funny face, you know.
And,
I think we lost our brain.
Yeah.
I can fix the time situation.
Yeah, we lost the brain. Okay.
Yeah, we can add time when she's back.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll add yours to 140 because I think you guys were waiting.
Yeah, she's out of Zoom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just add something so that it doesn't go down too much while we wait for her.
Yeah.
And
that's
I'll let
fine.
it go to 145.
Okay.
Well, oh, is her stream off also?
Yes, her stream is off too.
I think she has some kind of like we had. I mean, like when I was in Ukraine with her, I remember there was a day like where the internet just got cut off.
Thanks,
So
Jonas.
it can happen in this country.
It can happen in any country. It
I
happened
know.
to
I had
me.
it. I had it as well.
Oh no, her internet went out.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's it.
Alright.
Well, Elizabeth, I guess you are my new brain.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Let's go.
Okay. No, but you're serious now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Go
So
for
The
it.
show must go on while Anna recuperates.
Very
Okay.
good.
I mean,
I'm gonna.
but okay, you hear me, right? So okay, like we are black. I have to switch boards. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
All right. What time should we? Okay. Thanks, Alexandra. All right. Very good. So let
Okay.
me see. I'm gonna while this is happening, I'm gonna switch the cameras. Lizzie is
Yes.
on.
Pawn.
Pawn. Okay. Sorry, I was just adjusting stuff. Okay. Pawn.
Yeah.
Very
Pawn. I think I will spoil Anna's position.
Pawn. Okay. I'm thinking. Is it B4 she wants? Is it A5? Is it H6? What kind of pawn moves are we going for here? It's either H6 or
Bear with me, guys, while I adjust the layout.
yes. I don't think you like this move, but we're gonna
No,
be
no,
okay.
A6 is fine. I mean, like usually, like when I was playing with Alexander Brain, and he didn't know which pawn move I meant. He did a move where he couldn't spoil anything.
Exactly.
And you're doing the same, so it's fine.
Me and Mr. Llama, same brainwaves here.
No, but actually, I think I cannot even tell you whether I meant this pawn move or
Yeah,
not,
true,
right?
true. But we have 1 minute, so let's go.
Look, pawn. Yeah, I meant this one.
I'm using Zoom, but if you guys want, I can get on Discord.
That's fine.
All right, Lizzie, we're gonna get this. All those training sessions you helped me with,
It's
out
been
the window.
almost,
But
almost
but-
1 year
Alexandra,
ago.
did you say the move? I cannot hear you. Okay, so now, okay, guys, I don't know what to do because now Anna is back and yeah,
Anna is not back in Twitch, in Zoom, actually.
Alexandra, can you tell me the move again?
here, let me just fix the time so we can fix this. I'm just gonna put 3 minutes so that you don't flag.
Okay. Okay.
I have to be on Discord.
Actually, you can stay on Zoom if you want, or whatever works.
So shall I still say something, or is it Anna? Is Anna back?
Okay. This knight a4 is.
I would say pawn.
It's not a good move.
Alexandra, I say pawn. If you hear me.
I think you need to be on Discord, or she needs to be in Zoom. So and Anna Muzychuck is back. So
Okay. She will anyway also move the pawns.
all right, I'm admitting Muzychuck back. In the meantime. And that, of course,
But yeah, I know everyone.
Anushka, I said pawn just for the information,
You
you
were
know.
but I don't see the position. I don't see anything. So
No, I just tell you, I said pawn. Keep this in mind.
Pawn was great. I'm sure pawn was great.
Yes, you will see.
all right, time to recrop the layout again.
Just a second, because I can't fix anything here. But now I have some connection that will never be lost. So that's the only good thing about it. So I see. Okay, I see the board. I don't know what happened after that. And now I have to fix the cameras. Oh, you got some points.
I wouldn't want to be in Maria's shoes just about right now.
Well, I think Maria maybe even hasn't realized yet what she has done.
Yes.
And Alexandra is still looking fine.
Basically, B3 here wins the piece, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But they already done? Yes, they resigned. Because I just see that they resigned on chess.com.
Oh, they resigned?
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay.
Nicola. Hi, Elizabeth. I think we're working out some tech issues, but I'm sure we'll get them, and then, everything will be resolved.
Yeah, that's fine. I think it might be actually useful for us to be able to hear you guys. But we need to figure out how we're going to do that. So...
well, you can mute yourself on Zoom and go on Discord together.
Yeah, but then if I do that...
But the problems that Anna had problems with Zoom, no? She cannot,
Yeah.
she didn't, she cannot, she wasn't able to communicate via Zoom.
Yeah. All right, that's fine. We can continue the way it is. It's perfectly fine. And congratulations to Elizabeth, who basically came in as a brain, and basically the game was won when she came in, right?
It's a great job, yeah.
Yeah, Elizabeth is just too strong for us all.
No, but I think, if that happens again, I think we should agree on something. We either abort straight away the game, or we replay it, or we just wait until the time goes off, and then it's forfeited. Something that should be done this way.
How about if Anna loses connection?
Not necessarily Anna. Why Anna? I mean, it can be me or you or Maria. It doesn't matter if one player, right?
If anybody loses connection, sure. So what do you think would be a fair rule?
I mean, it depends. There are many tournaments and there are different regulations. So sometimes when we played on chess.com, you had whatever you had time on the clock, and if you were not able to come back, I mean, using this time, then just the game was forfeited. When we played on the other, another tournament on another server, then we had 5 minutes to come back, and then they could have adjusted the time manually, the arbiters, and then we But if after 5 minutes the player is not back, then it's forfeited. But it should not be this hassle with changing players and...
Okay,
no,
sure.
Because
so
then it's not chess. I mean, I know that it's not serious chess, but if we're trying to play a chess game, then we should.
Alexander, we're trying to play serious chess, and I understand.
No, it's not about serious chess, but it's just about logic of chess.
Okay. Well, we have two choices. Choices if brain disconnects.
We just agree, and then we go with that.
I mean, the choice one is what Alexandra outlined. Basically, it's if the player disconnects and the time's run out, the game is forfeited. That's, I think, reasonable. Another option is for the remaining plane to continue playing on its own, but that gives that player an advantage. So I think what
No, it should
Alexandra is
not be that.
proposing is good. We can also replay this this game.
So
and
I'm
say this
okay
is
to
fun.
count this one as a forfeit on our end since we had the disconnection. So this could be 1-0 for Kostenuik
No,
and
we
Maria.
haven't agreed. I mean, on that, it's also not fair. So I'd better replay it. I think it would be like a fairer option for everyone. And then
Okay,
we
and
agree
then-
that if the situation happens again, then we can, I don't know. I mean, wait until the time runs out and then.
Yeah, that's fine. Now here is a question: can Anna continue?
I just need to cut Maria and then I am done.
Okay.
Okay.
But your camera is still not on. It's planned?
This camera is still off, but that's
Okay.
wonderful.
Okay, good.
You're all ready, right?
Yep.
And we are playing best of 5. Is that the?
No, best of 6. We don't count this game. It was a warm-up, apparently.
All right, best of 6. Very good. We don't count this one, so best of 5 from now. Very good.
So best of 6 from now on, and if someone disconnects, then we give them a time limit and then forfeit.
Perfect.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, and what time limit do we want to give them? 2 minutes, 1 minute?
Up to you.
Okay, let's do a minute, because if it's longer than that, it's probably something serious.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Everybody in agreement?
Yeah. As long as we
Good.
can proceed, then it's all great.
Good.
Okay, so should we just rematch again? I'll play black and Maria plays white.
Yep. Unrated,
But
probably. Huh?
we need
Yeah, unrated.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good.
All right, so Liz, you're back in the role of commentator.
Yeah. I was here.
Congratulations on that. You basically made the one move and won the game. That congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
All those ladies are very formidable competitors. I wouldn't want to be a hand with either Anna or Alexandra for what's worth. I don't think I have the courage to be.
Well, actually, the thing is like, like my solution would have been like if one of them loses the connection, I am the reserve brain or the reserve hand, which is, like, in my opinion, for the fun part, the easiest. Of course, this is not like competition level, but I thought like this is a fun part. But okay, maybe then I'm not such a competitor anymore.
That's fine.
So let's see.
They are not playing yet, so. All right, and I'm very neglectful as my role of the host. Hey, famous wizard, it's very good to see you. Thank you, Chicken Morales, and thank you, Ziklor. Thank you, GC Kings. Thank you, Big Bad Bag Boy, for the follows. Very greatly appreciated. Thank you, guys. I came out of retirement to commentate this match because I couldn't resist it. It's fun.
Nicola, you have to adjust your board a bit.
Oh, again, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it always changes when they're playing. Apparently, that's why.
Annoying. Okay, thank you. All right, so what we're gonna
Now it looks good.
All right, we're gonna just resize it. And
But if I look at Masha's face, something like is getting funny again.
honestly, the only toughest situation for playing Hand and Brain is when Anna Crumling plays with her mother.
Oh boy.
Because
I
then
can
you're
imagine.
disappointing not your, idol. You're disappointing your mother,
Actually, you know what I wanted very much at some point? I had this idea with Anna to play my dad and me against Anna's dad and her. Even though my dad is a bit stronger, it's almost the same. It's like a 100 rating points difference. My dad is like 2380. Her dad is about 2250.
Oh,
This was like actually a plan which we at some point had, and like I still want to make this come true at some point because I think it's very interesting.
okay.
So d4, we will see another London, and Alexandra is already like making a face that she was looking forward to it very much.
Uh-oh. All right, so I was never a fan of King's Indian versus London, to be honest with you,
You mean like for the black or for the white side?
for the black.
Well, this bishop g5, Nicola, I think, did I send you something? No, I didn't send you the tree, actually. I think I forgot about that. But I mean, here in this line, for now, you should just follow what black does. Now, I would suggest you go for short castle, not d5, because d5 is too static. Okay, now d5 is happening. But usually I would prefer to keep the pawn structure flexible.
Yeah.
But
mean,
here... Yes.
yeah, sorry.
No, but here actually the best setup for black is b6 and knight bd7. You should wait for bishop b7. You can also start with c5, that is fine. But then important is like knight bd7 and b6, but not immediately bishop b3, bishop b7, because sometimes, you know, this bishop in certain lines can be hanging after b4. That's why it's very clever here to play knight d7 and b6, or first b6 and knight d7.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, c takes d4 for sure. Anushka didn't mean, because she's a b6 player in this line.
Oh yes, we can. I can't hear what. We can't hear what Sasha is saying, but she's not happy.
He looks not amused, let's put it this way.
No.
But the opening now for white went well, because this e takes d4 is usually not that great. Usually you never should clear the center like this, because you give white just the open, like semi-open file on e1. So the plan is very easy. Rook e1, bishop f1, knight e5. Sometimes even you can insert h3, but it's a very easy game. And the good thing is, what maybe Sasha doesn't realize, it is very hard for Masha to do a mistake here.
Yeah. That's okay. All right,
So,
that h6 makes sense. I was thinking that they may want to do some sort of minority attack on the queen side, but I guess that's premature.
b5 is too early. And the thing is, like, it's difficult for black. Sometimes they play with knight fd7, f6, e5, but now after h6, this is impossible, this plan. And bishop h4 maybe is a bit more precise, but it's almost no difference.
Yeah. Thank you, Very Eagle. That's very greatly appreciated. But
So knight e5 now, yes.
Actually, I liked white position now.
It's easy. That's what I mean. Like this, c takes c4 to clear the center. Usually, is like giving up the pressure, and usually gives an open or semi-open file to your opponent. From this point of view, this kind of exchanges in the center often actually like are positionally wrong. Let's say.
Yeah.
But this was not Anna's fault, because Anna for sure didn't mean to take on d4. She wanted to play b6 instead. So now knight e5 is a strong move. But the thing is like that Alexandra is a little bit, let's say, afraid, because whenever she suggested knight moves to Masha, they went wrong. At least in the previous games, I can tell you, like 90% of knight moves went wrong.
Yeah, she said that. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Latino Blonde. Thank you, Sab. The plan here is to basically push, at least I'm not even sure that's the right plan, to do minority attack, to play b5, a5, and then b4, and try to create a weakness on c3. I'm not sure I like this knight a5 excursion.
It's possible.
But you
I
will tell me.
think queen a3. No, but it's not necessary. But I'm not sure. Like, what if Anna said knight? I think she meant knight ft7. This would make sense because I need some control of the e5 square. But the problem is, like, she cannot expect Alexandra to know or to understand. That's why I think in the hand and brain match, you should not follow your thoughts. You should think in a way, what is my partner understanding and what is the lesser evil? That's what I was doing when I was playing with Alex. I was trying to understand what he may understand, unless I didn't have a choice.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Does it make sense to push g4 here at some point?
No need.
Okay.
Because with g4, I give just like my opponent counterplay. If I don't win a piece, I don't weaken my king, because the thing is, like, g4 looks like an active move. I go back with my bishop on, let's say, d7, and then I will push h5.
Okay.
And then suddenly, like, the king side weakness will be crucial. I will just play in the center, knight e5, let's say even bishop f1, rook e2, rook e1. I will just hit you on the central part. And once you play e6, g4 gets a different meaning.
Yeah, it's very hard, honestly, to play positional games like this in a hand and brain format for stronger players, because that's where the difference in strength probably shows the most. Okay.
g4. I'm sure that Alexandra meant b4.
Okay.
I mean, like, this is a point, actually, like, Nicola, I would never here suggest a pawn move, because I know there's a 50% chance it is a pawn move on the wrong square, on the wrong wing.
Okay. I have to admit I like it, but you gotta kill me.
No. I mean, the thing is, like, we have advantage in the center. We have, like, the better pieces, the better harmony of pieces and coordination. There is no need to mess up something on the king side and to make the king unnecessarily weak.
Oh, yes. The body language of Sasha is...
And the funny laughing of Masha is saying it all.
Yeah. All we need is the face just to play a rooster in Maria's channel, and we have...
Actually, I saw the videos you sent to me, but how did she come up with the rooster? She has some kind of toy where this is coming from?
No, she has a plugin for streams that basically allow you for a certain amount of bits to play a sound effect, and on the sound effect is a rooster. And yeah.
Okay, still, like, white is actually quite fine, because even this g4 is not killing yet.
Incidentally, your student, Mr. Lama, I see, is in Maria's channel. Oh, yes, and Anna has just disconnected again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, I really like this idea, of just, like, being the reserved brain, because this is, like, much more funny in a way.
You know what? I'm actually going to make a suggestion, and I'm actually quite serious. For this match, and this match only, if brain disconnects, you join in. If the hand disconnects, I'll join in.
Yes. Maybe this is actually a good solution.
She's back. Excellent. Good. Yeah. All right. And okay.
I mean, you know, like what actually, like I will teach to Masha after this is over,
Yeah.
that knights belong in the center. Because Masha is denying that. Masha, like there were so many knight moves already in the first game when the knight should go into center. It didn't happen, you know. Like whenever like Masha saw another square for the knight, she went for it. But Masha doesn't like knights in the center.
All right, and just a very quick announce. Thank you, Gata Kamsky, for a raid. That's very greatly appreciated. Thank you for guys who have joined me. This is a hand and brain match between two teams: Alexandra Kostenuik, Maria Emelianova, and Anna Muzychuck and Alexandra Botez. There are two commentators. Yours truly. My name is Nicholas Stoshin. I'm a pensioner of Twitch. Hey, Kata, thank you again, and very greatly appreciated. Thank you. And International Master Elizabeth Paehtz. We are co-commentating. And the highlight of this match are obviously miscommunications within hand and brains, which is what usually happens. Thank you, Gata, again for the...
Yeah.
Sorry,
sorry. I just said like Alexandra is like the body language is saying a lot.
Sure. Oh, yes. Truth be told, it's a perfectly fine position for white. It's, you know.
Now it's not so great for white anymore. It was at some point very good. Now it's like...
But it's far from a lost position, I would think. I mean, the white should hold. There is a weak pawn on d5.
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, this is not about the pawn. You will see now that this g4 move may be their problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah, because it opened up the white king and has all light square weaknesses throughout. Hey, thank you, Makalak. That's very greatly appreciated. Thank you.
So, okay, now the queen on f3 is at least giving some security. So maybe I exchange one rook, put the other one on e1, and fight for the open file. Okay, bishop e3 also makes sense to aim for bishop d4, but now I think rook e4 will be played. But this is a wrong rook.
Yeah.
No, but actually maybe she's not the wrong rook. The other one, yeah, it's fine.
All right, so if I'm white, I would be trying to exchange the rooks here, right?
Actually, I didn't like bishop e3. I think she should have just taken one rook out, because the thing is like, yes, you should exchange one rook to kill the spies. I mean, we play against the isolated pawn. There is no need to give any kind of dynamics to your opponent. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so the idea here is to take on e3?
Yes. Okay. Now, I mean, like, white should be very careful, because, okay, objectively speaking, it's not like that taking on e3 is that bad for white, but there's no need to allow it in a blitz game, especially. Rook d3 is fine. Yes, it was played.
Sense. Makes sense. All right.
Okay, now they are like slowly preparing a move like h5. So, or f5.
Oh,
Actually,
that's,
you lost your cameras.
Yeah, I lost my cameras. Hold on. Ah, Jesus. All right, guys, just bear with me while I'm figuring out what's going on here. Okay. All right, that's better. Okay, hold on. It's actually my fault. I minimized the window. All right, I'll take care of that in a minute. Let's see here. Okay. No. Okay, very good. That's better. Sorry about that, guys. A little technical difficulties. It was my turn to have them. Okay. Yeah, the problem here is that this is a type of a position that Alexandra Botez is very comfortable with. It's a very tactical position.
Yes, and this is like usually what Masha and Sasha want to have as well, with reversed colors, but they will not get it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why should try to exchange at least one rook? But this is difficult now, because actually I didn't like this bishop e3 move when there was rook takes e5 and rook e1. It would have made their life so much easier.
Yeah. Interesting thing that Alexandra Kostenuik has almost now as many viewers as Alexandra Botez. So that's impressive.
Maybe because she's on the chess.com Russian
Probably.
channel as well. Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, this doesn't look good for Sasha and Masha.
No, not on this one. But still, it's far from clear, I can tell you. It's far from clear. But it's, of course, not convenient for... But now maybe no, I cannot... No, maybe now I can play bishop d4. Maybe I should allow this one check, doesn't matter. But maybe bishop d4. Or even rook d4. Maybe rook d4 is even better. Just to get rid of some pieces. You need to get rid of pieces because you lack space.
Yes, and there is this g4 threat that has been hanging for some time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bishop f8. Holy smokes, did Willy Anna meant the bishop move? Yeah, maybe.
An interesting thing, we have an evaluation bar and went back to zeros.
Yeah, now it's fine actually. Maybe queen f3 or rook d4 is also fine. Changing pieces now. Sasha understood it finally to exchange the pieces.
Yes, and Sasha's body language shows that actually. Yeah.
And queen g4. Come on. Queen g4 is now the move, which should be fine. Even so, by pawn structure means, yeah. Finally, she switched the tactics or the style and went for the ending. But queen e5, oh boy.
They're allowing queen d7. Oh, okay.
Oh, holy! I mean, because okay, there's no threat on h2 actually, but now objectively speaking, white's king is safer, so the dice are slowly switching. Okay, maybe not h4, or maybe it's okay actually. Practically speaking, it's easier now for black, for white. Practically. Ooh, h5, king f6, bishop d4. No, it's okay. Fine.
That's dangerous, especially when
But
all
it's
the time
fine.
h5,
Yes, yeah.
bishop d4. Oh, okay.
No, it does.
Go for
King
it.
e6. It's okay. There's nothing to worry.
Yeah.
They do it. But there's a reasoning. You take on f5, you play
So
bishop g7.
What's the sequence here? King f5, bishop g7, king g4, and we should be
It's
fine.
a draw. But okay, white has better chances. Maybe it's not even a draw. White has better chances because white is a pawn up and the king is more, a bit more active. So
Okay.
white is playing for the win. Well, it's not a pawn up actually. I miscalculated this. King g2. The king must go to e2 and Sasha's making a face. Oh boy, I think the most difficult part usually is when you play with less experienced players in the end game section. This will be so different in the thinking process. Yeah, and now of course Sasha's face is not happy and Masha is hiding her face at all.
Yeah, and black is better here, right?
It's draw. There's nothing to worry. I take and I will play b3. And the good thing is since there are not many pawns left, Masha will understand which pawn to move here and she says pawn. Yes, and Sasha says pawn. Let's hope that b3 is a move because if it's b4, okay, I think then Sasha would die.
Yeah.
Okay, a4 and it's a draw. But even so, practically speaking, maybe even white has better chances. But after bishop b2, there's nothing to, or even king f5. Yes, it's a draw.
Yeah, it's like a dead draw.
But okay, actually, maybe it's not that simple because well, maybe it's not that simple at all because you have the pass pawn, even though the bishops are on the board. This is a bit tricky, especially when you play hand and brain.
Yeah, I didn't like that king f2 move. I think
No, but still it's a draw, of course. But I mean, king g4 simply. You play bishop b2. Ah, no, it's black to move. So bishop b2.
Okay, now,
King g4. You take, and I will get to c1.
You'll get to c1 in time. Yeah.
This. Take, king, this. No. Oh, this is getting risky now.
Okay, we don't need to.
Oh, Sasha's face.
Oh my god. All right.
I think it's still a draw.
It's a draw.
Yes, but well, maybe actually, Nicola,
Okay.
it's not that easy
it's a
draw.
Take on g5.
Yes, but I mean, okay, if you play bishop on one diagonal, I go on the other one. If you go on this diagonal, I go on this one. Yes, it's an easy draw.
Yeah, now bishop d8 and king h3, king e4, king d. Oh. Oh my goodness.
What?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Well, it was king c4, not
Ouch.
king a4.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy again. Oh,
Oh, what?
oh, Guys, okay, just so we understand each other here, bishop b4 wins, okay? Bishop b4 wins this position.
This one didn't win this position.
Not this, and now it's a draw again.
But okay, but this is like the pawn move Anna said, right?
Yeah. Am I? Hold on, I'm gonna turn the engine on. I'm sorry.
No, but it's a draw now because it's like hard to proceed. But this was
Yes, bishop b4 was minus 13.
yeah, because then you can get actually to a3, and then you only have to get to a2, and the rest is easy. Because the thing is like that.
Oh.
What?
Oh no.
What?
No.
Well, you know what,
Okay.
Nicola? What we should like here with agree, we don't make any kind of predictions.
No.
No predictions.
Hey, Dr. Lona, my friend. I just came back to do this match, and maybe they can join the Zoom so we can.
I will quickly come back. I'll just take some water, Nicola. Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's see. Hey, Kirkus, just thank you for the raid. Very greatly appreciated. Thank you, sir. That's very nice of you. Okay, so let's see. Sorry, guys. Duty calls temporarily. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Okay, I don't know if you ladies can hear me, you probably can't, but I'm just gonna do a little look in this position and I'm gonna show you where this game was. There were a couple of moments here that, that black could have won the position. This bishop b4 in this position is basically a reasonably clear win for black. After bishop f6, then king b1, and then you push the pawn, you bring the bishop to b2, and then you promote. That was one missed opportunity, and and obviously this last bishop c1 move was basically a blunder. Anyway, just wanted to share this with you. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. I think we're gonna need to work on end games with Masha, and okay. Let me see if I can join the Discord. I don't know what channel they're using. Just bear with me.
Yes, I'll just send a message to Mashenka.
Okay, so there is a call.
Second.
Hey guys,
And then
it's
right
Nicola.
close.
Okay, I've just joined the call real quick. Oh, it's not.
And I always can I just start it manually? It's gonna be easier for you for me.
Yeah, you want me to start it for you guys?
No, I will start it. 7-5 unrated, right? I'm playing
Yep.
black.
Yes.
Anna, is your nickname Anna Muzychuck together or underline?
Anna.
Probably Anna underline. Okay, I didn't hear that, but I suppose it's not Anna. Mm-hmm.
It was underlined.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh.
It's good. I think I've done everything fine.
All right. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm gonna come back in a second.
I will also take some loading device.
All right, so they started, and let's see who is playing whom. Blah. All right, hold on. Let me get myself here. Let's start the video. All right, I'm back. Very good. Okay, so I've muted myself in the Discord. You guys can hear me in. Hey, Amadeus Burrito, thanks for joining us. And now, okay, now Alexandra has disconnected. Okay, what's going on today? All right, is it my internet acting up? All right, yeah, everybody's here. It's just that everybody is rearranged. Okay. All right, let me see if I can actually do this. Anna Muzychuck and Emelianova should swap places. No, not like that. Okay, this is starting to be interesting. I was here, let me be here, and now nobody's where it's supposed to be. Okay. All right, you know what? I'm gonna rearrange it here as opposed to in Zoom. All right. Okay. No, not that. Sorry, guys. Zoom with 6 viewers is always interesting. And Alexandra. All right, so this is Emelianova. All right. And this is, no, this is Botez. And finally, this is Alexandra Kostenuik. Okay, very good. Sorry, guys, this is amusing. Have they started playing? Oh, all right. So we need to. I need to follow.
No. It's now. We have to follow someone else, right?
Yeah. Follow chess queen. Very good.
Okay, chess queen is the easiest to follow. Second.
Very good. Okay. Agreed, Amadeus Burrito. That would be a great screenshot. And my board is fine. And I'm gonna turn this off. And of course my board decided to go sideways in the process. What else is new? Okay. Just get this done. And we are back in business. Very good. Discord notes can be heard on my stream. Thank you. I'm gonna deafen. Thanks, Upper. You guys can hear me and Lizzie, correct? Yeah. Thank you, sir.
So now we will see.
So I think we have a miscommunication here between. I think Alexandra wanted to play London.
Well, the thing is, like, usually Anushka knows that because she's used to play London with me.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but okay, it will be some kind of hedgehog.
Yeah. All right. G3 is fine.
Okay, Linda just gave me the information that it was prepared, the Queen's Gambit, but it didn't happen on the board.
By
Alexandra. Alexandra doesn't really play London. She plays
nice.
the Queen's. So, but now they have to play the kind of Fianchetto King's Indian, which I used to play before I switched to London on chess.com, let's say. But this is a very solid kind of King's Indian. It's easy to play actually for white, so it's a good choice.
Yep. So the
Very good, Linda.
which channel is Linda in?
Linda is basically the, how to say, let me put it in English, the right hand of Anna. Like not the better half as they were married, but on Twitch, basically, like, you know.
Okay. Gotcha.
This kind of role on Twitch, like she's like.
All right. Let me do my quick.
The first lady, put it this way.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna take a quick look at something here. The interesting part here is that what I actually like to play as black, because I play King's Indian myself.
Usually what variation do you play against this line?
Yeah, I play Zagreb King's Indian, the one with knight c6 and
a6.
Yeah.
Yes, I did the same all my life.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit out of my depth in this. Here, I mean, the idea being, at some point you want to play, Rook b8 and push on b5 and open the b file, and then that generate counterplay this way.
No, but this actually with bishop g4 is okay, but then not with c6. Either you play c6 and bishop f5, or you play bishop g4, a3, you take, and you play like knight c6, knight fd7, e5. But what happened here was that black totally mixed up the variations. But this is of course not crucial because still the position is quite fine.
Yeah, this is a normal position. Oh, actually, Linda is. Hi, Linda. Linda is actually in my chat. I see her. So.
Yeah. That's why I mean, like, since I'm reading only your chat. Yeah.
Thanks. No, I have 5 channels, so I sometimes get lost. Okay.
Yes, rook e8 is a good prophylactic move because after e5 maybe there's bishop a3 and you don't want to run into that. So this was a clever choice. Okay. Even though I think Masha is a prey now. So
Let me see if I can actually start Discord so we can hear them. Okay. Oops.
Hey, they are attacking us.
So
Yeah, don't worry, I got the right
now
piece.
actually like black gets a bit like d5. Even though with d5 you have to be a bit careful of
Queen?
knight b5 issues, but they're still fine.
I can increase the volume of Nicola and Elizabeth. I mean, I'm saying to the chat, let me
Queen
know, but it
d2.
just, I think it's gonna be confusing.
And now
Okay.
Oh, but you know how to do that.
On.
I mean, I learned how to mute them, and it's like,
That's
on,
already
A lot.
the first step.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Pawn, I'm just
improvement.
hesitating which one.
No, I was
have-
just in case you didn't.
Yeah.
yes, I was sure there was a pawn move. I would
Okay.
have played a6 or h5 myself.
I
so
should
this
move.
was a wise
Okay,
choice
I'm
by
thinking.
Masha.
Uh,
But it must be very late for Masha, no? Like 2 o'clock in the morning? 3
Yes,
o'clock in the morning?
Ekaterinburg, it's fairly late.
Oh boy.
let's do a pawn move.
Better.
Okay, I can actually. You guys can
Let's
hear
do a
them,
pawn
right?
move.
Okay.
Pawn
They
move.
can't hear us,
Pawn
but
move.
we can hear them. So that's good.
I couldn't find anything better.
That makes sense. I thought you
pawn.
might.
So
That
we
makes
have
sense.
1
Okay.
o'clock
My moves
for
make sense.
Alexandra,
Pawn?
3 o'clock
Pawn,
for
yeah.
Masha.
Pawn?
I mean, like when we
Botez
go about the time
approved,
zones,
okay?
it's a clear
Rook,
plus for the
rook.
other players.
Both is approved.
But okay.
This one. Okay, let's try this.
So Rook c1. It should be a6 at
It's
some
a
point.
higher
There's no need to
approval
allow
even
this
in the
knight
GM
b5
status,
bishop
you
h3
know?
maneuvers.
The queen's on the
No,
board. You
sometimes
get an
there's
A
this
plus
also,
for
like,
me.
this typical plan. Besides this a6 move to be prophylactic is to play bishop f8. Yes?
Lizzie,
Yeah.
I think what is basically happening is that we
I said
are-
rook.
Rook. I didn't hear.
Yeah.
They're talking a lot and
You
we're
said
kind of
rook.
talking over them.
It was like in the
Okay,
army. I said
because
rook.
don't hear them because I'm not on Discord.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now I'm the hand. Yes, sir.
So,
Let's do a knight move.
so I think what we should really do
Horsey.
is
Yes, horsey.
Oh!
Shall I
also,
take
Oppa!
another
we
computer?
should find,
Queen.
Find another option.
Oh no.
Because their
It's a
chat
Russian
is
expression.
actually very
Oppa.
Oh, is it?
deliberate.
That's great.
Masha, what do you think? Is it?
Well, I mean, like I can take another computer
Mostly
and
Russian,
can
yes,
connect
because
with
it's
you
followed
on
by
another
America,
computer
Europa,
besides one
right?
computer
Yeah.
using two. If this helps, I don't know.
Oppa. America, Europa.
There is another continuation as well, but it's not appropriate. For
Yes,
this thing.
well, yeah. We better
Skip it.
Better.
keep it civilized. Yeah.
I once wanted to be smart, and when the Russian Santa Claus in like a kids event asked me to read some short like poem or something, I read that one, and he was not very impressed.
My daughter
Okay.
now, well, she has friends in her school that are Russian, and of course, kids they teach, I mean, the right words each other in every language they know.
Good
And
things.
so she was saying, "Mama, you know, I know what blinchik stands for. And you say blin, I know what you really
Rook.
mean." And I say, "Well, okay." And she continued, "You know, there is also сумочка блестящая." I said,
What does
"Yes."
that mean?
Well, it's another like it
shining.
stands for another very rude word that you are saying this in a very funny way. And I said, "Well, I've never heard this one." Сумочка
The
блестящая.
laser. It's just
Yeah,
a shining,
I did-
shining handbag. Yeah.
Something new I learned from my
It's
daughter.
like what?
Okay.
The glitter bag?
Yeah, it's a glitter bag. Yeah, but сумочка блестящая. I mean, it's like blin when you say, what do you mean? You mean another word. You mean a rude word, usually.
Interesting. Rook. Well, That's what kids learn in school, you
No,
know?
nice. Yeah, I
Yeah.
will not do that on this
So
chat.
now
I
I'm
will
gonna
like
say
really
Sumachka
leave a lot of apple
every
juices for
time
that.
Masha gets her bishop
Mm.
out of the right diagonal. Okay, what did you say, Masha?
Nothing.
All right, guys. I think the solution here is very simple. We are gonna, Lizzie and I are gonna provide commentary, and we're gonna let the ladies talk as well, and we'll figure out. This is our first thing. So Lizzie, let's go back to commentating, and if they can mute us if they want. Is that
Okay,
all right
fine.
with you?
No, I mean, like whatever works best for the stream.
Yeah, I know.
So yes, but anyway, black is better here because we have space. A6 at some point, well, queen c6 is also fine, a6, and the knight on b5 is totally misplaced. And the idea of bishop f8 to bring the bishop to a different diagonal at some point will also help.
Okay.
So here, actually, it looks good for black.
Very good. Hey, Trebejo, let me know if this is better volume-wise. So, okay. Very good. So, I actually like black's position here.
Yes, because black has space. Yeah, even the move b5 could be interesting, not to allow knight a4, even though knight a4 is not a threat yet. But still, like, also bishop f8 is very good.
Okay.
It's a useful move. It was played, yes.
Okay. Very good.
And I think white should try f3. He needs to open up at some point. Just of course, like f3, a move like f3 is weakening the pawn on g3 a lot. So you have to be like afraid of like queen c7, bishop d6 ideas. So, and also bishop b4 could be inconvenient. So Anna has to be very wise here. Okay, actually it's not Anna playing or guiding, it's Alexandra guiding Anna through. So we will see.
Okay. I think Maria is very close to needing a replacement.
Why?
I'm joking, obviously.
Okay, actually, like, Nicola, I'm German, we are very slow with jokes.
That's right.
You like, whenever like you do a joke, you just say like, in brackets, it's a joke, it's irony, so like some poor German will understand. So, a4, I think Alexandra probably meant f3, but a4 is not improving the life of white too much. Queen c7, okay. At least we can claim it's prophylactical against the f3 ideas.
Yeah.
Still, I think, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I just meant like that maybe like black should try knight b8, knight c6, knight b4 and aim for the d3 square. This is like a better chance. The bishop on b4 is not helping, it needs to go back now.
Hey, Vashuk, my dear friend, and thank you. Hello, Chess Lions. There is a quick command, Nicola, that explains the situation here. Anyway. Sorry, Lizzie.
So knight b8, knight c6 could be an idea, like how to improve the knight a bit, even though it's not like a huge improvement. The other idea is to switch the squares of queen and knight and to push h4. That could be a deadly idea, but you need to, of course, maneuver a lot, and it's not clear that they both understand each other in this way. But at least now, I mean, I'm sure that Masha and Sasha will understand each other when it goes with knight e6, knight g5. That's what's going to happen.
All right, hold on.
The position gets worse and worse for white.
Activate streamer mode. It would be nice if I knew how to do it. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can actually do it. All right, you know what? I'm gonna voice in the video.
Wow, a sacrifice which actually works.
Yes, I was actually just about to ask you until we looked at the because I wanted to check this whether bishop g3 is an option here.
No, it's an option because, okay, I get 3 pawns and I have knight g4, knight g5 coming after I take on h4. Even though I think knight here is stronger than queen. And this is played. I mean, at least in this position, actually, Masha is quite strong when it comes to tactics as well.
And I think this is actually...
It looks pretty much winning.
Pretty grim, right?
Ooh.
Because knight goes to g7, f5, and h4, or e3. Okay.
Actually, here they have a lot of moves. Knight h2 was not necessary. Like, just take on h4 and get the square for the other knight to g5 is a lot easier than to play for cheap tactics, let's put it this way. Because now already, like, okay, if they exchange the queens, it will be a new game. It will be a totally new game.
Okay. Actually...
But this was clever. Queen c7 was a clever choice.
Hey, Adriana, it's very good to see you. Thank you. And I'm not really back. I just came back to commentate this match, and it actually transpires very frankly that... okay.
In second try, let's go for the queen, Masha. Yes, and now, of course, the other knight will come.
Yeah. Okay.
Knight g5 is now the question, if I can allow just to sacrifice on... Oof, knight, I think... Oof, knocking knight g5 now. That's fine, actually.
Yeah, now knight f3 is okay.
Yes, knight f3 is, of course, an option, and it's looking like...
Yeah, that's bad, right? Knight h3 and queen h1.
Yes, and then maybe... But I don't have a square for my queen on the first rank. I mean, like, queen b1 would be, of course, something I would love to do. But now, actually, the only thing you can do is to play h4, h3, h2. This is the best.
Yeah.
And if you take on d5, then I have queen b1, and I think you will not be able to allow this.
Yeah, you can even play g5, right?
No need to weaken the king, actually. h4 is like the much safer choice.
And now queen b1 is winning the game.
Well, not totally, but it looks pretty scary, let's put it this way.
Thanks, Emhane. It's very good to see you. Thank you for joining the stream. Okay.
King g7, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now, where is the win?
Knight g1?
Yes, knight g1 is for sure the first candidate I would consider. The other move is like queen takes e4, queen f3, and queen c2 check, taking this bishop, but this is not that clear. So knight g1. And then you take on b2 with a check, and that's like, and then you have winning whatsoever. Yeah, you might even like exchange queens and just push h3. That could be enough as well. So queen b2, king, let's say somewhere, and now simply take on f2 and play h3. But actually, no, they have the h1 square. It's not that tricky. It's a bit more tricky. So maybe queen b3 check and to collect on b4 with a check. Makes sense.
What about queen b1?
King d2. Even though this queen ending is also like likely just winning. Because you don't have checks and I have a very strong pawn. So king d2, queen takes e4, queen takes g1, h3, queen g2, and that's it. That's the easiest by far without headaches. But if Yes, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And h3. That's for sure.
Yeah, of
Yeah, okay,
course.
this is mate. Queen c6.
That's, yeah.
Not mate, it's not mate, but it's...
It's a mate on f5, right?
Ah, yes, you're right.
Yep. Okay.
1-1. So we will see now that this is going to be a very closed-up match.
Yeah. All right. So let's join them on Discord.
Plan was connected with the h pawn. h3, queen g2, h2, and
Yeah,
but queen
and
c2.
g3 was very strong.
Yeah,
Well, just you
yeah.
made just such an attacking move that
Yeah,
It
but
was
Okay.
strong. I didn't
felt
know how
like
to
we had
defend after.
so many pawns there. Yeah,
That's
pawn
good.
also. Pawn
No,
also
checkmate is always the most secure way to win the game.
To win the game, yeah.
in fact, at first I wanted just to get the king on the same file with the queen and to trade, but that might not be even a good idea.
Well, the checkmate
Maybe.
was clean, so it's 1-1. Good job, you guys.
Okay. Yeah. So let's carry on. Number
Okay.
3.
And now I am following. I should follow Alexandra, yeah?
Yeah, and
So
and
Masha's
photo
gonna
chest, I
be
can't set you a
white,
challenge,
right?
so
Yeah, I will do it. I will unblock the challenges.
Wow, Masha has 4,000 viewers.
Okay.
So she's probably
so
also on chess.
we take
Well,
white this time, right? And then black when Anna's the
Great stuff.
brain to switch
Yeah,
color from last
Yeah,
time.
just switch colors of everything, I guess.
Yeah.
Easier. Oh, my head hurts.
So now it's again like the brains are Anna and
So I think when-
Sasha, right?
When the girls start, the board will move.
Yep. All right. I still can't challenge you, Maria.
That's
Can
weird.
we set it up manually? Can we set the games? I mean, run. I can
Let me
set it
try.
up manually.
Try again, sorry. I'm very unreachable today.
Too late.
Here
for
we go.
Chess. Good.
All right, Maria. Ready
We're
when you
black
are.
again, right?
All right. So Lizzie, I wanted to stay with them while in between the games. So now you and I can continue with the commentary.
Okay. You have to adjust your board, Nicola.
Again.
It changed again.
No,
It's
okay.
usually like it probably will change all the
All
time.
right. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think about C4 English opening in this match?
In this match, and well, white is the thing is like, you know, it's very strange choice, this move, because Anna, of course, can play very positional, but Alexandra Botez usually not. So I would always go for e4 actually, because okay, but actually if Alexandra doesn't play e4, which apparently is the case, then of course it's unusual.
Sure.
I think maybe it would have been wise if they had talked beforehand a little bit about the openings, because like, you know, when I was playing with Anna Muzychuck against Sasha and Almira, Anna and me, we made a plan of what we play. A slight preparation, a 5 minutes one, but at least something. Yeah, the English opening, but the setup for
So
black is very good.
This is Botvinnik system?
Or with names, I'm not good, Nicola. But this system is like, there is a kind of subtlety, for example, in this system, which you should know. Like the first subtlety is that, for example, like after castle, okay, h5, okay, this is already like over the subtlety, but just that you know it, like before you move this knight e8, knight c7, knight e6 idea, you should wait for h3. Because otherwise, if you move knight e8, he will have bishop e3 for grant. So this is a small subtlety you should know about the opening, but then it's like with h5, it's a totally different one. It's not important.
Okay.
So
I actually have never seen h4 as a plan, which is quite interesting.
no, it's existing for both sides. h4 or h5 for both colors can be played.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, interesting is here to take on g3. Okay, now bishop g1 is at least principle, but it looks very scary. And now, of course, not h3. h3 doesn't help because of bishop f3, and at some point you have to move this knight. Better is to take, I think.
Okay.
And then there can be, at some point, some funny ideas like king d7, queen h8.
Gotcha.
But this is the same for white.
Okay. So body language of Alexandra Kostenuik is much better than before.
Yes, but the body language of Maria is a little bit suspicious.
Okay.
The body language of Anna and Alexandra actually like is always the same, cheerful. And the Russian ladies, they are a little bit more tensed, I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
Must be the Russian ambitious spirit.
Though you should see Anna, when Anna has a sub battle, how she gets very competitive.
Yes, actually, yeah. I mean, like, you know, I like some level of competitiveness, but probably like a sub battle will not give me too much emotions. But okay. So if we just take on h, okay, actually I would have preferred to take myself, but this is not a problem.
With the queen? Yeah, okay.
Queen a5. Yes, now of course I will try to attack on the other side with a6, b5.
Which king is weaker in this position? It's an interesting question.
Objectively, I think white's, because of the knight on g4. Even though after the long castle a6, b5, white's king is well, now I'm not sure, but but even now I can afford myself to play a6, b5. I can. Even though I have to be a little bit cautious about this e5 pawn sacrifices. King b8, right? I mean, I can't believe that Masha and Sasha are playing positional chess. But you know, there's a funny idea to bring the king to a8 to play rook b8 and a6, b5. The drawback of this plan, however, is that you run into the diagonal of the bishop on g2. Otherwise, the plan is actually not so bad.
Yep, agreed.
But it's very hard to play this position for both sides, to be very honest. It's not a position I would love to have for any side. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I love how Anna and Alexandra call each other in respective streams. It's Anna Muzychuck and Bad Assistant in Botez Live, and in Anna Muzychuck it's Alexandra Botez and Botez Helper.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm not sure how this match is going to end, actually. I would not like to bet on it. It's like betting on red or green color in the lottery.
All right,
Roulette.
so let's see. Hey, thank you for the follow, Ivo Milikovsky. That's very greatly appreciated. Hey, Bullet Mercenary, thank you for the sub. That's very greatly appreciated. Thanks. I am still happily retired from Twitch, but it's always good to see you guys here. And Zepper, I actually wouldn't mind having a poll about potential maybe predictions, the match result. I don't know if you feel like setting it up.
So actually now, you know what is funny? That like Black is sticking to the rule playing against space advantage, exchanging all the pieces. Now Bishop c6 is a great plan.
Yep.
Not Queen c5. No. Because, okay, like Bishop c6 and after knight d5, then there is e5. You ignore the knight and you play e5 and you open the center.
Yeah.
And this would have been a great way of positionally playing against the black squares. So d takes c5 and now e5 is maybe, okay, there's knight e3, so maybe actually white is still lucky in a way. But still, like, this was not necessary at all to give this central control.
Yeah, to give d5.
Maybe rook d3 should be played, prophylactical against knight e3.
Yep. So, bishop h3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And bishop h3, knight
bishop h3, you're right. Bishop h3 is also good, or rook d2, there's knight e3 now. And this is, of course, like with a double attack on c4 and g2.
Yes.
This is not necessary, rook d2. I'm sure that actually Sasha looking not happy, she meant rook d3, and now she is looking not happy even more.
Hey Luigi, thank you for the bits, very greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah.
For those, so we, Elizabeth Paehtz and myself are commentating Hand and Brain match on my channel, and there is a lot of things going on right now. It's now 1-1. We had plenty of technical difficulties. We had a very interesting end game in the second game of the match, and it was, thank you Luigi, that's very nice of you. Okay, so knight e3
it wasn't played. Now, of course, knight e3 is a different cup of tea, because after bishop e2, the knight doesn't have so much squares. Okay, it can always go back to g4, so it's not a big problem.
In other words, they missed the opportunity.
They missed the opportunity, actually. Like, I think Sasha's not so unhappy about that.
Yeah.
Yes, Lucas, there's a big rating difference between the hand and the brain. The rating difference is almost 400 points. So that, of course, makes or underlines the face expression of especially Sasha.
Yeah.
She is the most expressive one when it comes to face expressions. But okay. What is the time code? I play like 5 plus 10 or something?
It's 7 plus 5, I think.
Ah, okay. Now 90. No, 95 is e6 actually. 95 would be a blunder.
What was wrong with knight f1?
Knight. Okay, knight f1. Maybe I can still go rook g2. Or even rook d5 maybe, and if you take on g3, I take on c5. Is it check?
Ah, gotcha, okay.
Actually, Sepe, I'm not so sure that Alexandra Botez is so much better than Masha, because okay, I've known Masha since like long time. She's a bit underrated, and she's of course a bit out of professional chess, but you should never underestimate Russian chess school.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just add one thing, Sepper, my friend. I watched Maria's games in the British Championships, and they were at a very high level. I mean, they were like really impressive. So I'm pretty sure if they played any kind of fast time, that Alexandra would win. But I think the difference is less and less the longer the time control is.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say as well, because I mean, like, I've known both players, especially Masha, since a long time.
Yeah.
So, but now we have another interesting ending. So we will have a lot of fun, I'm sure, because endings are played in such a creative way, let's say.
Okay, can we trap the knight here?
There's always knight h5.
Ah, okay.
So this is not possible, but in general, actually, like, let me check who's better. Apparently, like, white is so much better, but it's so hard to understand that white is so much better. Okay, the knight is misplaced. And the main question is if after knight h5, the pawn ending is lost for black or not. And now I would say knight h5, take, king f3, king e6, king g3, king f6, king h4, king g6. Now, well, not easy, Nicola, not easy, not sure.
Well, what mere mortals can say if you are not sure.
Well, you should say something, but to think deeply. I mean, this would consider like 10 minutes at least of
All right.
your camera is like
yeah,
disappearing.
my camera went on it. It's fine. It will recover very shortly. You can still hear me, guys, right?
Yes, we can hear you. So, now of course the situation for black becomes worse. Ah, no, there's knight h2.
Okay.
And knight g4. The knight, like, where should the knight be, Nicola, if we can choose a square for us?
In this position for black?
Yes. Where should we try to aim the knight?
I would exchange the bishops.
Yes, this is tricky actually. This could be lost if you exchange the bishops.
But I can play g5 and my king is gonna, the idea is knight I might be wrong. So knight f3, king e6, g5. And I'm actually playing what I had in mind.
King e6, king g3, g5, I take, and then I have the pass pawn.
Yeah, but I have a better king. And
Yes, but I have the passed pawn.
well, f pawn is passed here, right? Yeah.
But you know what is funny? Like that we had a similar position like this. Just imagine the pawn is on b4. Then we can hide with king a5 and we never lose because of stalemate. You remember this?
Yes.
But now we have the pawn on b4, so this idea will not work about the kind of hidden stalemate. But yeah, I remember this kind of exercise.
Hey, thank you, Proto1701. Thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate that. All right. So what? This is a very simple end game, and very simple end games have been the bane of everybody's existence.
Well, I wouldn't call it simple. I would call it quite tough, to be honest.
Okay. So, all right.
f4. Hang on. King. No, but I can play still. It's fine. I can play g6. King f7. King f6 has to be played. King g4, king g6, king f4, king f6. I have the opposition, and it should be fine.
Yeah. Now, f3, I guess, right? Does king e4 work?
Yeah, but f3 is losing for black. If king e4 works, it's fine, but this g6 f3.
Okay.
Yeah, it works. Otherwise, they would lose. But king, this is draw, I think.
All right. All right, I'm gonna, after the game ends, I'm gonna join the call.
At least I would say it's a draw, but you know that we can still be surprised.
Oh, yes.
So we wouldn't make any predictions, but objectively should be drawn because too many checks for black.
Okay. I've actually enabled streamer mode in Discord, so we should be able to listen to this, and thank you, Trevor, for letting us know. All right, so this is still not over.
No, this is still a long game, but I still believe it's drawish because, okay, I mean, the king of white is not on the. I mean, if the king hides to the other side, of course. And the problem is, like, since two of them are playing, okay, I take maybe on a2. Maybe this is the easiest. I should take on a2 and then take on b3 and then hope for the best.
Yeah. Thank you, WF Arena, for the follow. Greatly appreciated.
So.
Oh, Hedgehog, I hope you don't mind. Sorry. Okay.
So. Still, this game is far from clear.
Yeah.
Because now, okay, maybe I should just. No, look at Alexandra. King should go to c3. Alexandra is turning her head. Oh boy, I suffer with them.
But
I will not predict on that. That was king c3. She should stick to the b3 pawn and not go away from it.
okay, so honestly, guys, I'm feeling like I'm having a lesson today with all these instructive end games. So yeah, okay, king c3.
Yes, but okay, like she could have stick to this pawn so much earlier. It wouldn't have given her any headaches. Now, of course, it's Oh boy, now the other pawn is gone.
And they're low on time too.
No, queen e5 is now the best idea. After queen takes c5, there's a check. This is the wrong one. Queen e5 was needed.
Game over. Right?
This is a lose. Usually. I mean, look, we should not make predictions, but that's why I say like usually I say.
Can she take on b3 now?
Yes, but the problem is like still it's the king is it should be like in front and the king is behind. So actually like here simply c5. And at some point you will be out of checks like now. And you're always, the problem is like if the king is like in this kind of exposed situation, a lot of checks will run into queen exchanges. Yeah. So now, for example, but no, it's not.
Queen b5 game.
Blunder. Draw.
All right, guys, I'm gonna join the call quickly.
A very logical one.
No, I have such a total chaos with the cameras now, and I try to fix them when playing. No, that's okay. I'm more mad about the cams not behaving well. Just too many times they just kept. Okay. Anyway, so shall we? What is the next one?
I'm just gonna barge in for a second. I think I'm having a lesson with all these very instructive end games. So thank you for that.
Aww.
I guess it's
That's
to
awesome.
me, especially.
Yeah. So anyway, Lizzie and I will disconnect. I just wanted to barge in.
Do you remember how Lizzie cannot hear us? I told Lizzie so many times I need a lesson on queen end games. Like I really need it.
I thought, could we have saved it with the 2 pawns, Anna?
Saved? I think we played for a win, not for saving it.
No, sorry, by save I mean, could we have won this?
Could we have won that? I think we were winning when we got 2 pawns, but it wasn't so easy, especially with so low time. So don't worry.
Okay.
So it's always more difficult to play with pawns because you need to think about them.
And now we have to we already followed, right? We don't have to do anything. It will start.
So we are tied, and I will follow you guys.
Okay.
Okay, who is next? I'm playing what, white? Because now it's a total chaos on my stream.
I think it's everywhere the same.
No, because cameras keeps going and off and on, and it's just impossible. So I'm sorry, guys, about the way it looks, but it just I cannot really adjust all 6 cameras if the internet is like not behaving well. We'll try to adjust it, but okay, never mind. So I'm playing white, right?
Yes.
Okay, here
we
are.
All right, guys, Lizzie and I will disconnect. Good luck.
Yes, and you have to, unfortunately, to adjust the board.
Okay, just we'll go.
Okay, so, and I need to adjust the board yet again.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
So they played 5 or 6 games. I still didn't get it.
They were supposed to be play 7, but then they didn't count the first one, so it's I think best of 6. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm actually going to analyze these end games because it was very. Thank you, Joshi 2015. It went back and forth, I would think.
Yes, but this and actually, like all these kind of pawn connected end games, which are about like pawn endings, are super difficult in a way.
Yeah.
Especially when they are complex, like they had it on the board. It was nothing too obvious.
Thank you, Sepper, my friend. I am going to hydrate. And you're happy now because your favorite end game is being played.
Yes, the London. Nothing can be more beautiful than the London.
Incidentally, Sepper wants both of us to hydrate, so.
No, actually, like, you know, like I have my second bottle of water.
Okay.
So.
All right. Okay, I'm actually still in Discord, but you guys can't hear notifications, right? So that's good. Okay. You introduced London to Maria, correct?
Yes, because okay, she didn't have an opening, and I wanted her, especially like in this kind of rapid games, to have a safe king and a like good and stable pawn structure. And this is important, like, you know, like, because when you're playing like among like 2000 or 1800 players, you know, a safe king is not bad, and a pawn structure which is solid and strong is also not bad, because it's much easier to put pieces and not to worry so much about any kind of pawn challenges, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah, and if I remember correctly, taking the queen of b6 is actually a mistake for white.
Yes, Logos, you know, like sometimes I'm changing, I'm getting older. So now I stick to water.
A guitar is still, I think, somewhere behind.
No, yeah, my guitar is in the room, but actually it's not tuned, and it sounds horrible at the moment. But I have my whistle, so in case someone falls asleep, I can just blow it. Oh, actually, like, do we have a total symmetry on the board?
Absolutely.
Amazing how creative they are.
And if they, yeah, there we go.
It will be bishop e7, I'm sure.
Yeah, worship it. Hey, super hot dog. Thank you. I have retired from Twitch.
But now castle for black was not the strongest. In my opinion, they should have played g5 and g4, because there was a connection point with g4.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm not sure that like repeating everything is always so wise. Here, g5 was actually interesting. But instead, they will repeat everything. But come on. Ooh. Finally. So...
Hey, Gauri, my friend. It's very good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Lizzie and I are commentating a hand and brain match between teams of Anna Muzychuck and Alexandra Botez, playing against Alexandra Kostenuik and Maria Emelianova. It's a very educational match, to be honest with you. We had some fascinating end games. And yes, and it's good to see you, my friend.
Actually, this knight e4 of black was maybe not the wisest, because now with knight e2 and e4 pawn push, white can get a small edge. So that's why it would have been smart to ignore this knight e4 and to play c5, in my opinion. But I think it was Anna's choice, actually.
Okay. E4 here?
Yes, e4. This is like small advantage for white. Actually, taking on e4 is also not wise in my opinion. Like, you shouldn't take. Rather allow e5, then you have c5 as a counter. But now, of course, like the d6 square is also getting a bit weaker.
Yeah.
Now, actually, knight d6 is clever. If you don't take, I play knight c4 and knight e5, and I get huge pressure on f7, e6.
Yep.
I think you have to take now. Black should take the bishop.
Right, so the sequence, yeah, okay, that's, I would like play knight c4, knight e5, and then you're threatening some captures on
f7, yes, but that's why they took on d6, which was practically the better decision.
Yes, makes sense.
Greetings back. Grüße zurück nach Deutschland. So now, of course, white has something. It's not like the world, but something.
I mean, bishop pair, I guess.
Yes, so maybe bishop e5 could be clever, trying to like tickle out some weaknesses. Sometimes, you know, this h4, h5 could make sense, fixing the pawn structure and go on g7 and provoke a move like f6, which is helpful for us. That's one plan which could be executed. c4 is possible too, but now, of course, it's like much more committal because d4 is hanging and you don't want to play c5 as there's knight e5 as a good square available. So this c4, of course, is possible, but it's committal, and that's why maybe it wouldn't have been my preference.
Okay. This is a lesson in positional chess, actually, surprisingly. I didn't expect, given how strong tactically both Maria and Alexandra Botez are. Yeah.
And they go into endings. Oh boy. But this ending is already not like so much better for white anymore now. This was not needed to exchange the queens, and I think this was not in Sasha's interest. Even though I didn't see a good square for white's queen, to be honest, as there was always either the pawn on b2 hanging or the knight on e4 as a kind of move.
Okay, I'm going to see if turning my lights is gonna make a difference here.
Nicola, I just have to take quickly my allergy spray because it's getting not so easy. I will come back.
Okay, let's see here. No, actually. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna keep the lights on.
So
Super Hot Dogs, I'm retired from Twitch, but I reserve the right to come back and do a couple of fun events like this one. So, but I'm still retired.
c5. Holy smokes. Fine. I would have liked at some point to push b5 to get the square on d5, but this was objectively not so easy.
Thank you, Howard. I've missed you guys too.
But at least, okay, now the bishop on f1 is a fool. So black is doing fine still, but nothing special yet to cry for.
So what is the plan here? Play a3, b4, try to get the passed
No.
pawn.
It's too premature. I have a problem with rook d2 coming, so I have to play bishop c3. This is the first thing to start with. I need some stability. I cannot go for a3. I mean, I can, but there's no need to allow rook d2. So bishop c3 is like something which is like automatic.
Okay.
This is fine too, because there's rook b3. It's actually quite creative. I like it. So why not? I mean, like, I'm sure that Anna and me would have played bishop c3, a3, and rook a1, king f2, and put first the position like this. But this is, of course, like a sophisticated, creative way, which is fine.
Yeah, this rook e3 asks the question of black how to defend b7, right?
Yes, maybe I should play knight e7 at some point. I should get the knight to c6. Knight e7, knight b8, knight c6.
Okay.
That would be the better square for the knight. But this is a long way. But it's clearly the case that the knight on f6 is misplaced. Should maneuver now. Rook d7 doesn't improve the situation.
Okay. Yeah, I was just about to say that I'm like rook b3, rook b5. All right. It's an interesting position. Yeah, this is one observation from a weak player. Yeah. It's amazing how imperceptibly the position changes. Now, this is now a much more comfortable position for white, I would say, right, Lizzie?
Yes, I mean, like, that's what I mean, like knight e8 and rook d7 was not ideal, let's put it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Even so, of course, it's still like far from clear, but it was not necessary. Now the threat is e5 and knight e6, so it's good to be prophylactical with bishop e3. This was well spotted by white. And now, okay, I don't have knight d6, and I'm losing a pawn, if I'm not mistaken, unless, yes, if you have to play a move like this. It's underlining it didn't went, and rook d1, prophylactical against knight d6. I mean, white is playing it quite well.
Yeah, and Alexandra should not play poker.
Well, yes, even she's the most expressive here in this.
Oh, absolutely. You can exactly know what she thinks about the position. Just looking at her.
And what she thinks about Masha's moves. I know about Masha is a brain here, actually. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the follow, Tony Snack 3. Greatly appreciated. I don't like this because you're forcing white to play what white already wants to play, which is a3, b4 at some point, right?
Yes, but it's a bit premature. But yes, you're right. At some point, a3, b4 is, I mean,
not immediately, but yeah.
But actually, you're right. Maybe even immediately. b4 is a threat now. Because the exchange, okay, maybe rook a2, we can still play another prophylactical move like rook d2 before we push b4, not to have any checks on the on the second rank, not necessarily like to allow it. But yes, I mean, b4 is in the air.
And
now we can play b4 easily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, rook d2.
Mm-hmm.
Rook d1. I don't get that.
I don't understand the move.
I don't understand why to move the rook at all. I think Masha said, okay, now let's bet on rook d2. We just correct our mistake. My bets are on rook d2.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But now rook d2.
These types of positions are very hard to play in a hand and brain game.
Yes, also like not only in hand and brain. I mean, like here we have almost like the principle of two weaknesses in a way.
Yeah.
And okay, maybe not quite, because we can like get a passed pawn, and this is like our best chance to win the game, and the bishop pair of course as well. So bishop e2, bishop e3, and then c5, b5, and actually like black can watch. That's what like white should do. Yes, and they're doing that. Very good.
Yeah, the plan for white is very straightforward.
And it's simple. That's of course
you
helpful.
outlined it. Yeah, now bishop c4 is okay, that's fine.
c6, yeah, why not? Why not? Maybe it's here actually wise to exchange one pair of rooks. So rook takes c6, makes it harder for black to hold. Okay, bishop, fine. And now rook takes c6. Okay, bishop takes c6 is actually fine too. And then rook d7 check and bishop takes e6 could be very strong. e6 is then only like defendable with knight e6. So like rook d7 check simply. But there's still some trick. Or like bishop d7 immediately, yeah.
Okay.
But not now.
But
I was thinking if rook d7, you take, and then actually like if you check on a2, you play king g3, and then we'll play like f5 and try to mate you with f4 check. But it's not happening anyway.
okay.
Now they will try to exchange. That's what I meant. That's why I would have played rook d7 instantly.
How is after
Bishop
rook
c8.
rook c8?
Rook f8 mate. Yes, this is over immediately.
Gonna defend the mate. Yeah.
Not yes. But why is Sasha making such a expressive face? Because it's not made yet. Okay, but this is also enough, no?
Yeah. And now Okay, fair enough.
And b6 and b7. This is hopeless. I can resign, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Escape.
Maria, you played that endgame very well. I'm sorry,
Sandra,
Anna.
I was at some point just saying every piece.
It's clear that if Masha is a brain,
like rook, bishop,
it's their favorable.
pawn.
That was the plan. Okay, now I see.
The other
But
way
that worked
around,
out pretty well.
it seems like that the
worked
others
out pretty
are
well.
slightly
Okay, who is
favorable
next?
Me and Maria.
in
Yeah,
the other
indeed.
combination.
So
So
Ma-
2.5,
who's
1.5, and I think you
yeah,
need
but who's
3.5,
playing white?
right?
Yes.
I believe you get white this time.
I actually have a quick question for Alexandra Kostenuik.
Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge of stronger playing in hand and brain?
Just a second, I need to.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Excuse me, what was the question?
What
be
is the
a
biggest
hand or to
challenge
be a
of a
brain?
stronger player playing in hand and brain games?
As a hand or as a brain or in general?
Either.
Late time. Wanting to go to sleep. That's the only challenge I have now.
Oh
Very
no.
late for me. 2 a.m.
No,
yet.
I
Sometimes
think
I'm not a late night person. Sorry.
Okay.
I think it's difficult to imagine how much does your weaker hand see. So you need to like kind of make maybe not the best move, but the move that is still good, but which they will see, right? That's what Alexandra and I and Hikaru and everyone was trying to do yesterday.
No, I'm just not trying. I'm trying to make the best move from my perspective. And if it looks too complicated or too difficult, I look for ways to avoid it, like for alternatives. But if I still think that it's the best move to proceed, I will name it. I mean, I will not I will not think like I will not make a bad move or like an easy one if I see the strongest one, but the most difficult one, I don't know. Usually I play the way I always does. Okay, when I'm hand and my teammate is giving me a command, then I try to adjust. I try to understand what she's thinking and what she wants to do. If it doesn't hurt the position very much, I try to go with the flow. But if I don't agree with her, I can just go back and back and forth. Sometimes it's better than. So it really depends on the moment.
Anna, what about you? Do you try to adjust or do you still try to make the best moves?
Okay, first of all, I don't have that much experience in hand and brain matches, but I really enjoy them. It's a lot of fun. And I am kind of thinking about, especially when Alexandra is playing, then I'm thinking like what move like looks logical and easy. So I'm trying to adjust. It doesn't work all the time, but we are trying.
We're warming up. Yeah.
I wanted to ask Alexandra if Alexandra adjusts the strategy of the game, knowing that her opponent is so bad at endgames.
I should.
No,
I think that's what I'm gonna do in the
That's
next
not
game.
true.
No, I was
Sometimes you
asking.
play.
Sasha.
No, that's not true. Sometimes you play easy positions very well. I mean, sometimes you play endgames perfectly. I remember, like yesterday, we had a few training sessions, and you just did great. It's just always difficult to play positions when we're worse.
Yeah.
Or when our opponent is having an advantage. For them, it's so much easier to push the pawn forward and you need to defend. I mean, I made such a terrible blunder in my last game yesterday in Title Tuesday. it was a very nice fortress, like rook and 2 pawns versus queen, and it's so much more difficult to defend. So it's absolutely normal to make mistakes under pressure. So it's better if you have a chance not to get into such positions. So everyone makes mistakes in the worst positions. Now it doesn't mean that you're like such a bad and terrible player that you play bad. No, it's just much more difficult to play in a inferior situation. That's all. And oh, I'm enjoying, and that's very interesting to play in a team and try to work as a team. Sometimes, of course, it's challenging because I see the position my way, Masha sees the position her own way. I mean, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's fine. That's what we play chess for, to make adjustments, to work, to improve, and that's good.
Well, we with Alex definitely cannot complain here about how we're spending this time learning from
Absolutely
the best,
not.
right? Alex, what do you think is easier for you, to understand what Anna wants or to tell her what you want?
I think it's been easier playing as the hand. Oh, sorry.
Andrea crashing the house.
Yeah, and you're crashing the house. Sorry, give me just 1 second.
Seems like it was
I
a
will
serious
also
issue.
get a glass of water because it's heating up.
So we're all living or what?
No, so far it seems only
They
I
all
didn't
stand
have
up and
any
run
problems,
away, or
and I'm
what is
just
this
waiting
about?
for something to happen in my house. I'm like the last survival, yeah. Survival.
I have to make an
Alex?
admission.
Sorry,
It's-
sorry about that.
I have to make an admission that I find playing hand and brain with a stronger player very intimidating. It's very hard not to disappoint. And
Yes, it does.
also, most of the players that are as strong as Alexander Kostenuik and Anna Muzychuck are very fierce competitors. And I can just imagine how Anna Kramling felt when she was playing hand and brain with her mother. It's kind of disappointing. Your own mother must be tough. And I was in Anna Muzychuk's chat earlier today, and somebody said, if we lose a game in a sub battle, Anna will go to find us in Antarctica and track us down. So, there is an element of huge competitiveness.
Sorry,
that's
guys,
there.
cannot do anything about this echo.
All right. Anyway, we ready for the next game?
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, we are. Yes.
Okay.
So now we are the hands, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
All right.
All right, Lizzie, and now we are muted
Yes.
and deafened, so we can continue.
And you have to
comment.
adjust your board.
Again? Okay, that's easy. I just need to close the tab with the second game. All right. Another London?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but you can play C3, Nicola. Don't be so happy so early. It's the wrong move, E3. This is just the wrong move.
For those of you who don't know this, just so you guys know, I have a visceral dislike for the London system, and Lizzie loves it. So there is this difference between commentators here. Not that we have anywhere near. My opinion counts as much as Lizzie's, but I just don't like the London system.
Yes,
Sorry,
that's
Lizzie.
why I'm coaching you.
There are some
That's the
lines I'm not gonna cross. Anyway.
Yes, but it's okay. They go into some kind of, I don't know how it's called with reverse colors, but this is like existing. I just don't know the name of it. So, okay, but okay, everything is fine. Knight c3, castle. And okay, at some point, maybe like you should try to push e4 and e5. But it didn't go that ambitiously well, let's say, for white, but it's not a problem anyway. Now, actually, a move like e5, for example, like Nicola, could be a good move because I take space. I'd prevent like knight d4 ideas, and e5 is like with the idea of d5 at some point. So e5 is a very strong move here to get space advantage. So that is a move which should be considered here. e5 is quite strong. Bishop d7. But why did Anna say bishop? Why not e5? Okay. The queen is misplaced, but you can always get it out with queen a5 and queen d8 back if you need to.
Yeah, incidentally, your student Lama is in Maria's channel, and he was saying that it was so scary to play yesterday in the Twitch rivals, and I completely understand how he felt.
Yes, especially if you don't know each other well, you know, like if you're like friends, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're like strangers to each other, basically, then of course it's tense in a way.
Oh, my dear friend Dina Belenkaya is sending us a raid. Hi, Dina, my dear friend. It's very good to see you. A quick shout out to Dina Belenkaya, who doesn't need an introduction. Dina is a dear friend of this channel, and you already haven't given her a follow. And hey, Dina, it's very good to see you. Thank you for being here. For those of you who are joining us, we are... Elizabeth Paehtz and myself are commentating a hand and brain match between teams of Anna Muzychuck and Alexandra Botez versus Alexandra Kostenuik and Maria Emelianova. And we had some fun commentating and some very interesting end games especially. So yes, Yama, I can relate. It's scary.
You know, like here, for example, the move bishop h6 is a bad move. Because exchanging the black bishops is favorable for black because white has space advantage with a pawn on e4, and the bad bishop objectively is the bishop on d3, and it will be all about the black squares. So bishop h6, in my opinion, shouldn't have not been played because this is a wrong strategy.
Yeah.
We should rather try something like knight d4 and f4 to avoid moves like knight e5, let's say. But now, of course, what black will do is to exchange the pieces, especially here, bishop e3 is the best move. Bishop e3 back, not to exchange the bishops, because once you exchange the bishops on g7, the black squares get a lot worse. So bishop e3, then f4, and maybe we can use bishop takes g7. Yes, okay, this is something which probably like Masha didn't understand well.
I'm trying to induce Lama to host a match between you and his partner from yesterday. So just bear with me for a little bit.
On which channel, like, or on Discord?
Dina, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the whole for the huge raids. That's very greatly appreciated. But I'm not. I haven't retired. I haven't unretired. I just came back to commentate this match, and incidentally, I'm probably gonna very happily come back and in your big March 8th stream. So looking forward to it. Hey, Endgame Edition, my friend. I'll see you. So it's good to see you here, and we had some fun end games today. So anyway, okay. So is this the right score? 2.5, 1.5? Yes, it is.
Yes,
in favor of
it's
the
+1
of
for the
Sasha
Russian
and
team.
Masha.
Yeah. Yes, black is still better because okay, white needs to push. Oof. Why not? Yeah, why not? This is a clever move actually.
Which one? Rook a5?
Rook a5, yes, now rook a7. Because okay, with a queen on b4, you don't have b4, which is good for me. Now rook a7, you can take on b2 maybe.
Yeah.
Then I
just
can't,
about.
yes, I don't have time for e. Well, no, wait, actually. Rook a7, queen takes b2 and e5. And the thing is, you cannot take on c3 as I take on f6 with a check, then I take the queen and I take the bishop and then a piece up. Which means rook a7 here works. I don't have to play rook a2. Yes, and it was played. Very good. And that's why actually queen b4 was maybe not the cleverest move. Maybe queen b6 was wiser in order to push b4.
Okay. Incidentally, Lama is all in favor of the match, so that's good.
So like, what is the idea that I will try to adopt Nemo again?
Oh, you adopted Nemo once?
Yes, like the first, okay, it was not an adoption match, but it happened that I won 10-0, you know?
Okay.
That's why actually for me, like, okay, she didn't know that I was a coach, but indirectly, like, she called me a bad coach, you know? This is like, you know, the funny part. Yeah, Bender, I think the time control is 7+5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Is there something? Yes, a plunder. Ha, a plunder. I mean, we saw it before this e5 idea. And take, but this is losing a piece. Take back with a king, I guess. Rook takes t7.
But
It's not so clear.
Isn't
You know, it's not so clear. It was a blunder.
Rook b8.
Yes, it was a... No, actually, I will play rook f1 and rook b1 and everything is fine. Rook b7 would be a blunder.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Rook f1 and rook b1 and everything is fine. Yes, it was a...
Rook a8 here, I guess.
Then I will play rook b1 anyway.
Gotcha, okay.
And I have always, in the worst case, c3, but objectively speaking, I think white is winning. But maybe not. No, it is winning. White is winning.
I would have preferred to play rook a8 and then the other rook fb8, right?
Yes, but even this, I mean, like in the worst case, after rook a1, I always have c3. So it's not like something which makes black's life better. Or c4 just inconclusive, any of these two moves.
Oh, looks like Hello, Karen. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining the stream, and thank you for the raid. That's very greatly appreciated. Elizabeth Paehtz and I are. Oh, we got the camera rearrangement yet again. Okay. Well, I think
Everybody knows in which
definitely
team
look
we are
much
playing.
better. So thank you, Karen, for the raid. And please, guys, if you, not that Karen needs an intro, but please, if you haven't already, give Karen a follow. She's a great lady and a great friend of ITL, my bad, Karen, my apologies. Oh, what am I doing here? No. Okay. All right, hold on. I have to make a little adjustment here. Let me give Karen a proper shout out. Yeah. I'm rusty.
Okay, now the king will go to d2, and then like white will push c3 at some point, or even rook a2 is enough, and then king d2, c3, king c2, and the pawn on b2 will be gone forever and ever. So this is actually technically speaking already like a win for white. So I'm not sure that means everything, but it's an indication.
All right, so let me see if I can rearrange these cameras. So
actually, you got a nice name.
Oh, I wouldn't mind being Maria. So the question here is, how do I do this?
Masha Stoysen. Yeah.
Oh,
and now you are Anna.
Okay, so Anna. So Maria has become me. So I need to go where Maria is. And Maria and Anna need to swap places. Okay, and geez, this is like tic-tac-toe, but it's finally done. Good. Gotta love Zoom sometimes.
Yeah, maybe some small chances for black with f5, e4, king e5. Maybe. Not that clear yet, to be honest.
The white rooks look very passive.
Yes, okay, but my idea is like okay, c3 I think was better than c4, but then king d2 and king c2 and then to exchange. But with c3 at least I win a tempo. Now the rook doesn't need to move.
Hey, if I'm Bengold, I am not. I came out of retirement to host this match and commentated with Lizzie. So no, not really. Okay. Am I proposing a match between Aka Nemsko and Elizabeth Paehtz? That would be pretty bloody, like a Kill Bill bloody. Okay. I'm not so sure. Tommy, my dear friend, I certainly missed you. It's more than okay to do this. But if you know the proper odds, I think it might be interesting. So, Tommy, it's always good to see you in this channel. It's always good to have you here. So, thank you. All right.
Yes, this position is still far from clear.
You know, if I can make an observation, which may or may not be right or wrong. If white keeps keeping those rooks on a2 and b2, it's
Okay, it's still like it's worse because okay, we'll take now on b2 and even like you can try to get counterplay with f4, but it's not enough. I mean, objectively speaking, white is still winning.
yeah.
Now simply rook takes b2.
Yeah, that's easy enough. Here is a motive that might be interesting. It's a wrong color, warp color bishop because h8 is a dark square.
This is true, but it's probably this kind of exchanges will never happen, I guess.
Yeah, it's
okay. I mean, like maybe some small chances, but it's okay, not anymore.
all right, Tommy. This I did miss you. Stream layout appears to be a high estrogen Brady bunch. Okay, thanks. That's typical Tommy Shelby. It's good to see you, my friend. Okay. Yeah, that's Tommy. Incidentally, Tommy, I think, streams these days, so let me give Tommy a shout out. Yeah. Yeah, this is over.
Yes, the king goes to d4, and this is not looking good.
Yeah. And that's unfortunately. Separate media friend, the overall score is 1.5, 2.5 in favor of Alexandra Kostenuik and Maria Emelianova.
And it might be another point now.
And this might be now 3.5.
3.5, 1.5.
1.5.
And then there's one more game to go, or two more games to go. I didn't do the calculation.
This is now going to be 5 games, so one more game, I guess.
Yeah. So, like, if they win this game, they won the match, right?
Yes.
Oh.
So we'll discuss what we're going to do because I think Alexandra is very tired. It's very late in...
Well, I mean, for Masha, it's, I think, even 2 hours later than for Alexandra.
True,
but Masha is is like a night bird, yes, and
Yes.
Alexandra is not, yeah. That makes a difference.
So let's see. Yeah, it's 2:20 a.m. And it's it's 2 hours less in Yekaterinburg.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this is hopeless, actually.
yeah, that's really over.
Yep. But this actually also like underlines that it is an advantage if you know each other well.
Oh, yes.
It's clearly an advantage.
And I think it's resignation time.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's you guys. I got really nervous in this hand in rain, but I thought you guys played very well also.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this end game was very tricky. I mean, I think we misplayed it several times. And black could have started f5 and e4 instead of h5. If black would have played f5, I was not sure about the evaluation of the position at all.
So scared. And
I mean, we can always, yeah. I mean, c4 I didn't like at all.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
c3 I wanted to play. Yes,
as soon as I left,
c2.
as soon as I released the pawn, I was like, oh, why not c3? You wanted this. You wanted to play c3. Why c4?
Yes.
I was so upset.
But actually, I was quite unhappy about my king g3 move. I think I should have played rook a2 immediately and attacked the pawn on b2.
All right.
Well, not with the rook on c8. They played rook f to c8 to prevent that. So no, that's quite a tricky endgame. I don't know. I mean, whether white is winning or not, because the pawn on b2 is very strong, and it does require our forces to pay attention to it. So.
Well, congratulations to Alexandra Kostenuik and Maria Emelianova. They have won the match. And I know this is way past Alexandra's bedtime, so thank you for staying late with us.
Yes, probably we should switch to Zoom, because Nicole is talking. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry guys, we were in the moment.
Oh.
We were still in the games, yeah.
Yeah, you guys can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, there was an echo on my channel when I was joined the Zoom call. So first, a huge congratulations to Grandmaster Alexandra Kostenuik and WFM Maria Emelianova for winning the match.
Thank you. Masha can relax now.
Masha can relax now.
I suddenly realized how hungry I am, how much I need to go to toilet.
Breakfast is coming, yes.
No, just all of the feelings came back.
Yeah. Many thanks for Grandmaster Alexander Muzychuck and one only WFM Alexander Botez for being here and playing a great match. You guys definitely played great and you had plenty of chances. I think the fact that Alexandra and Maria know each other for years actually did make a difference. And thank you for being here, and thank you. It was a great match. We may do another one of these. Maybe I will try to use Open Field Media to come back to Twitch, which is one of the ideas behind this. Open Field Media is right now very happy producing Indian movies. The first one is in post-production, will be out in 2 months, but after that we'll see what may happen.
You've got a great supporter, here, of the Open Field Media team.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Nicola. We didn't hear your comments with Ellie, but we are sure you did it great. So
no, that's fine. This is very frankly, you guys don't. Liz is gonna kill me, but I'm not sure. You guys are so funny on their own. You guys don't need a commentator. You produce content of its own, and it was a great match, and I'm very happy to have come back to Twitch to organize it. That's about the only, and I'm very happy to have been here. And
thank you, Nicola.
No, thank you. And thank you, Lizzie. And honestly, I felt I was in a class because and games, and especially were extremely educational. So, anyway,
Yeah.
all right.
Each day has so many of them that
Yeah, you
it's
can.
unbelievable.
All right.
Okay, thank you everyone. Take care. Thank you
Very
for
good.
another match. Masha, you can rest now. I know you
I probably will not
was-
sleep this night at all.
Poor Masha. She recalls all the games. I mean, we once played with her against the Pia Kramling and Anna Kramling. And
We
Masha
were dead lost in most
was
of the
saying
games.
to me all the games and all the mistakes we made. I said, oh, how lucky I am. I don't remember a
And I
single
still
one.
remember my
a single game.
E5 in King's Indian. I still remember it.
Ay. Okay.
And
will
Alexandra,
remember
before
my
you leave,
bishop
just one
moves too.
thing: do not play poker.
No, I'm very bad in poker. I know that.
We
I
play poker
cannot.
You are very
because
bad at
Lizzie and
poker
I
face,
knew
yes.
exactly what you thought about. We couldn't hear what you were saying, but we knew exactly
Yeah,
what you
that's
were
what my
saying. So
mom.
don't play
That's what my
poker.
mom is saying. That she doesn't need to know how to play chess or look at the computer evaluation. She can
Yeah.
read me very easily.
Yeah,
so I know
but
that.
all of the parents
I
can
know
do
that.
I'm sure.
That's okay. That's why I'm in chess.
I tried
think.
to avoid looking at our cameras because it was so scary.
Very good.
Yes,
But
I'm a terrible
getting
teammate.
I'm getting used to it. No, the first game gave me a lot of push to do better, but also like I decided even not to go to the bathroom. Just okay, you will suffer until the very end, and then we'll see. But very good games, Alexandra and Anna. Even in the last one, you pushed until the end, and I was even scared to open the G file because I thought, oh, damn, the rook will come in, and we might even lose. So, lots of tricks.
All right.
Well, thank you a lot, guys. Yes, and I
Thank
hope
you.
to talk to you soon.
We'll be in touch.
Take
Thank
care.
you. Thank you, Alexandras. And just one very last sentence. One of the very first events that I remember organizing on Twitch was actually called Revenge of Alexandras, in which Alexandra Kostenuik took on Grandmaster Benjamin Feingold and actually won that match quite decisively. So it was actually very good to come back to that past. Anyway, bye guys. I don't know who wants to raid whom and who is going to continue to stream.
Alex continues to stream, right? So we can send all of our viewers.
So I'll go on a short break, then I'll come back and say goodbye to my viewers, and then I'm gonna rate Alexandra's channel.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
I'm
Take
gonna
care,
read.
guys. Yeah.
Thank you again. It was fun. Bye, guys.
And,
Bye bye. Good
until
night.
the next time, right,
Yeah,
Nicola?
thanks.
Bye.
Both of us, and thank you, Nicola. Thank you, Ellie.
All right, guys.
Okay,
Thank you for being
bye.
here. It was good to be back on Twitch. I am going to send a raid to Alexandra, and we're looking forward to have more of these. Okay, thank you again. Okay, and of course the camera is all over the place, doesn't really matter. I'm sending the raid over. Thank you guys, thank you Sepper, thank you, see you all guys next time. I don't know when the next time is gonna be, but it's very good to see you. Thank you, bye.